snowing, which is a little unexpected, seeing as it was, you know, 17-18 degrees last week. Bit strange. I've rushed around trying to get Estrella another rug that fits her, because she's in a lightweight that my friend gave me, and she was quite chilly this morning, so unfortunately I've had to invest in a thicker rug for her. Anyway, she's in that and looks quite happy. And yeah, we've got 3 days until we go away to the Iberian performance show, which is in Guildford. So I'm looking forward to that and seeing some friends, taking Elf to do 2 dressage tests, and we are doing 2 showing classes, which we haven't done before. Not expecting a lot out of the showing, especially because the level is probably going to be quite high, and we're just showing in our English tack because I haven't got the Spanish tack yet. But anyway, it's just for fun. And yeah, we're staying in the lorry overnight, so I was kind of hoping it wasn't going to be snowing and -1, but it's could be a cold night. So yeah, anyway, looking forward to it. Hopefully Elf will not be too cold for his bath on Saturday before we leave. So I've just been up to the field and fed the horses, and just come back and starting to get everything ready to put in the lorry to take away with us to the Iberian performance show, which we are leaving to get to probably about 4:30ish today. So yeah, we've got to be there by about 6, and it's probably 2 hours away. So yeah, 4:30ish, as long as we're there by 8, that's the latest time we can arrive. Yeah, so I've just been cleaning my tack. This is my saddle. This is a Louisa Cuomo saddle that I had made for him. She specialises in Iberian horses, and because they can be quite tricky to fit sometimes, and yeah, it's an absolutely lovely saddle. But the last couple of competitions that I've done with Quest, I noticed that I've been squeaking my way around the arena because I hadn't put any conditioner on it for a while, and I had a new pair of Kira show boots on. So yeah, so I've just put a little bit of leather balm on that to just, you know, try and stop that squeaking happening, because it's a bit annoying for everybody else. And yeah, swapped my bit and reins over onto my other bridle and given them a clean, because I do have a bridle that I keep for Smart for him. It's really hard to keep everything clean where I am because it's so muddy and I don't have a lot of facilities up at the field. So you know, especially in the winter, it's just a nightmare keeping tack clean. So I do have a Smart bridle that I just try and keep for competitions. So yeah, that's all clean. So we're just running a few errands, and then hopefully go down, try and give him a little bit of a bath, or at least a sponge off on the worst bits depending how cold it is, and then we can get on the road. So yeah, I've swapped his reins over from his everyday bridle, which is this one, to his Smart bridle. I buy my bridles from Stampede Equestrian. I really like the quality of them actually, because they're really nice and soft. And yeah, they're just a nice fit on him, and the lady there, Becky, is really helpful with getting your measurements for you. So she actually combines 2 different types of bridle, headpiece and noseband, to get a good fit. So yeah, I'm gonna just take my numbers out now and find out what my numbers are for this weekend and swap those over so that they're ready for tomorrow. They're not the most attractive number holders, but I just, some of them are so expensive. I think like some of them are like £25 just for one side, and you know, to put 2 on a bridle, it's a lot, isn't it? So yeah, they're just cheap and cheerful for now, but they're enough to get us going. And yeah, obviously you need a number for each side when you're doing affiliated competitions. So yeah. Right, so we've got most of everything needed in the lorry now. I think we're going to pay for hookup and use this little heater because it's meant to be going down to like -3 or something horrible tonight. So yes, just going to try and give him a quick bath with this hose attachment, sort of it's like a portable jet wash. So I filled that up with some warm water from home. I'm just going to get the worst of the mud off him. I'm not going to give him a full bath because it's just too cold really, but yeah. Right, so that didn't really go to plan because the blooming machine decided to stop working halfway through. But anyway, we've done a bit of a sponge off and washed his tail, He's been very good, and Pete's been helping hold him for me, and he's actually behaved really nicely. He wasn't very keen on it at first, but anyway, that's the best we're going to get, I think, out of a muddy field and a horse that lives out 24/7 and no hose. So let's see how it goes. So we have arrived, and Elf is in his stable now, looking happy. He's got some nice neighbours to look at around the way. So yeah, it's a bit of a confusion over the hookup. I don't think I have the right cable, so we might have a little bit of a cold night, I think, but never mind. But anyway, as long as he's happy in his stable. So yeah, just going to finish putting his rug on and take his head collar off, and then he'll be happy for the night, won't you, Elfie? Yeah, you're a good boy, aren't you? So as usual, things didn't really go to plan. I've woke up this morning, well, didn't get a good night's sleep at all, even though we did manage to get the heater sorted. And then the prelim, the warm-up was very busy, and there was quite a few stallions and things. They were sort of coming up quite close to him, and it was quite unsettling. So yeah, he wasn't really that relaxed in the prelim. I spent a lot longer trying to get him in the warm-up for the novice and just walking a lot and just getting him used to the other horses being around him, and he was better. Yes, imagine my surprise when I rode down the centre line, and then the judge rang the bell and said I turned the wrong way, and it turned out I have learnt the wrong test, which is obviously not ideal. So they were very kindly let my friend Amanda call for me using one of the sheets from the judge's box. So I had to ride a novice test that I've literally never even looked at, let alone ridden through. But anyway, yes, it actually went okay, apart from we broke in the canter, into canter on one of the trots. So, but yes, anyway, yeah, usual disaster story, but hey, as long as he behaves, I don't really mind too much. So yeah, see how we go this afternoon. I'm not really feeling like doing the showing classes at all, but it's cost a lot of money to be here, so I feel I really ought to make the effort. So yeah, see how we go.
Just to explain to spectators what this is about, the riders already have an idea, but we've just seen the open parade, which has happened in the Far Arena, and people keep asking they would love to do parade classes, so we have to start somewhere. We have to start with the riding, we then have to have the outfit, and of course, you know, to put it all together in one go is a big effort. So this class, we say, look, you guys are novices, either the horses haven't done it before or the riders haven't, not done it before, but they haven't been placed. We try and recreate an atmosphere of social riding, which you see all the time in Spain and Portugal. People ride out for fun, they're not competing against each other, they're seeing their friends. So I do say to the riders, if you want to ride in pairs, you want to ride together, please do go ahead, because at the moment it's looking like an English showing class. Yeah, we're not bringing the wine in today, everybody. So a little bit of what you've seen. So obviously in Portugal it's Golgafare, and in Spain it's the Farriers, it's Jerez. And as I say, either the horse is a novice or the ride is a novice. So we've got some experienced riders here helping some novice riders. And we're just looking at someone who's embracing the atmosphere, embracing the attitude of the Iberian horse. Is a social horse, it likes to be with others. Is a kind horse.
So yeah, the aftermath of the show. Alfie's back in his field, looking his usual very unclean self. But he's very pleased with himself, aren't you? You're very pleased with yourself? Yes. So he was a really good boy, considering I felt like absolute ugh with this cold, and I nearly didn't even stay for the showing classes because I just felt like packing up and going home because I felt so rubbish. But actually I'm glad we stayed because we did actually quite well. The parade class, he was a little bit felt quite hot in the warm-up where there was only 2 other horses with me, so I wasn't really sure what he was going to make of the novice parade because there are a lot of horses in there, and it's a bit of a free-for-all, so horses going all directions, a bit like a Spanish fair or Golga in Portugal where they parade the horses around, so it's quite hectic, and it's kind of a little class to get you ready for that. So yeah, he actually went in and was like, oh yeah, I'm showing off to everybody and I'm quite happy with horses behind me, in front of me, going across, by the side of me. We paired up with a lovely lady called Meg who had her mare, and so we were trotting around next to them for quite a bit of it, which was really lovely. So yeah, that went really well, and we came 3rd in the pre-section for that. So that's the Spanish horses, and then they have the Lusitano section as well for the Portuguese horses. And then we stayed and we did the ridden gelding showing class, which was a bit more like an English showing class, and he came 2nd, which I was amazed about. Not because he's not lovely, but there were some really high quality horses in there, and the lady who won is actually on one of the GB teams for the Iberian working equitation stuff, so she was quite a force to be reckoned with, so I was really chuffed to come 2nd to her because she's obviously very high level. So yeah, it went really well, and he travelled nicely home, and he's really happy to be back with his girls. So yeah, all in all, the Iberian performance show was a great success, apart from feeling so rubbish. Thanks very much to all my friends who helped, Amanda for reading my dressage test, which was helpful, seeing as I had to do it on the spot without knowing the test at all, having picked the wrong one to learn by mistake. And just thank you to Layla and Shireen at Sussex Lusitanos for running the show. It's really such a nice event, everyone's really friendly, and to the lovely guy at Parwood Equestrian Centre, I didn't get to meet you, but for getting a cable for us for our lorry so that we weren't completely freezing all night and could plug our heater in. The biggest thank you to him, because what a legend. I think, I would have been feeling a hell of a lot worse than I already did if we had been sleeping in the -3 with no heater. So anyway, I'll sign off now, but that's the end of the IPS, and on to the next plan for the next show.